complex interplay of duty and empathy. I wonder if he sexually traffics the women that he's helping move over the border. They probably won't do that, will they? No, because it might make what they're saying look bad, even though that's exactly what happens. I wonder if you're able to molest the women that you help come across the border with. Probably not. I wonder why. It's because it's not about telling an accurate story. It's about telling a lie.
With migrants and asylum seekers, and I'll dig into our approach to that in a bit. But basically, in the game, you play the role of a migrant guide or a guia, often known as coyotes. Coyotes are often associated with the drug trade. You know, people mentioned carteles before, but it's more complicated than that, and
it is more complicated. It's worse.
That's why we want to show this game, because we believe in video games as one of the most immersive art forms and as a tool to foster empathy and awareness of specific...
It's not empathy at all. You want to come to another country and experience its resources and then take advantage of it while not respecting that country's borders. You want to go into the country illegally against their consent. You know that you're not supposed to be here. You're going here anyway. You want to talk about empathy? I think that should start at the beginning whenever you come somewhere where you know you're not supposed to be. Why y'all put up with these retards? Honestly, I think that the time of putting up with these people is almost over. It is coming to a close, and I am so fucking glad. It's almost done.
Topics. We watch those videos, yes.
Narrative, real world stories and hardship. We're collaborating with Undocumented Filmmakers Collective.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
The project is really rooted in research, as I said. So we are collaborating closely with anthropologists. There's a lab at the University of California, Los Angeles, that's run by Professor called Jason.
So they're working with a university in California for this. I would have never expected such a dramatic change of events. Wow. Can you believe that? U.S. person comes to coordinate virtue signal about the problems. Imagine traveling to the EU to promote such a game.
30 seconds before you attack.
I don't know where she's from. I have no idea.
A shield?
How do you use your brain dealing with this shit every day and not want to blow your brains out? Because I know that, like, whenever I talk about this stuff and I cover it, I think that I'm doing a public service. I think I'm helping people realize how blatantly manipulative, toxic, problematic, and bad it is. I think that there is an overabundance of emotionally charged messaging that is designed intentionally to make you give up your country, to give up your culture, to give up your morality, and to instead effectively adopt someone else's. It's not about you being not judgmental. It's about letting somebody else judge you and letting them decide what's okay, letting them tell you what's acceptable, letting them dictate their idea of empathy. Their idea of empathy is we're going to invade your country illegally, and if you get mad about it, we're going to call you mean.
Better make this count.
The character name?
Turret's blown.
What's the character name?
I wish I could do what you do.
Which has been seen. I don't see character name.
Missionary is yours.
Everyone's dead?
Down pretty hard.
Thanks for the shield.
This is like unnatural selection. Pathetic.
Oh man. What are the odds?
Watch me soar!
You can't make, yeah, bro. This is
Nice deep freeze.
Who has done extensive research on both in Latin America and along the border. He published a book smuggling across the U.S.-Mexico border, and we've been working with this team, and there's also a collective of...
Anybody who's doing any smuggling across the border illegally isn't a soldier, and they're certainly
Keep going.
they're criminals that often sexually abuse the people that they're doing things with, and also manipulate them, sometimes kill them, and traffic over drugs that kill people.
Undocumented.
They're parasites.
Find cover and get ready
The
to
people that do that are...
filmmakers in the U.S. So these are people who are artists and storytellers in their own right, but they actually also have experience of having crossed the border. So here you can kind of just see, like, side by side, a lot of the...
This is amazing.
Judge! Jury! Executioner!
Holy shit, this is big. I know. Can you believe this?
The context that we're trying to portray in the game. So, of course, the U.S.-Mexico border, primarily
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
migrant trails, and there are deterrence policies that Border Patrol has where they'll essentially like weaponize nature, and they're trying to keep
Thank God. Thank God. Be lucky it's not worse. That's some alligator Alcatraz shit. That's the way it should be.
You get away.
Never miss!
They chose to go.
Cosmic might return.
You decided to do this.
Let's keep fighting until we have a winner.
walking days across the desert, and unfortunately thousands of migrants are missing on these trails.
They shouldn't have done it. Yeah, they shouldn't have done it. Maybe if you don't want to have this bad happen to you, maybe just don't do it. Do not come.
I will bring
gone
peace to
myself and walked along the trails and done on the ground work with humanitarian groups, and we'll talk about that. But
I tend to lost souls.
there are also other
I will
aspects
bring
of the trail
peace
which
to this
I'll dig
universe,
into.
no matter.
Oh my God.
30 seconds before you attack.
Examples of
Get ready.
the team going to visit the lab at UCLA.
Survival and hope in the world of human smuggling. What a bunch of fucking bullshit.
That hasn't
This is the
changed.
problem that I think these people have, is
Closer than
that
ever.
they're
Like it or
like,
not.
this is, you really think human trafficking is about survival and hope? Oh my God.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
Where we can
3,
see artifacts that
2,
were left in the desert
1.
by migrants.
All you need to do is
Recent
capture
that I
the
was
mission
on
area. Got it?
on the border.
What do you mean
I
about
actually
video games?
found, artifacts that migrants have left behind. So they're still doing this to this day.
Artifacts? Which she's acting like she's finding like a, you know, a Native American Indian, like, you know, fucking arrowhead from the 1400s. What, like a Coke can?
Making this journey, even despite everything that's happening in the U.S., because there's a lot of
Mission area is
on
yours
both
to
sides.
capture now.
Like Latin Americans and immigrants from around the world are in this whole concept of the American dream and cross the border in this way. It's very complex. And one of the things too that I think is not depicted very well is that migrants from all over the world are actually traveling to Latin America in an attempt to make the journey to the U.S. So
That's what Donald Trump has been saying. Yeah. Yeah,
Us against the world!
that's the issue.
Player mode!
It's a little bit of a self-report, don't you think?
Judge, jury, executioner!
Asia and Africa, it's not just Mexicans and it's not just Latin Americans.
My
I
time
think
to
this is
shine.
something that so not that many people are aware of.
Control lost!
Everybody knows that.
And in the game, we try to do this environmental storytelling that's based on.
So let me get this straight. Your idea of environmental storytelling is putting 2 bottles of water next to some rocks.
Systems
This is
restored.
environmental storytelling.
a lot of the research. So one example is migrants
love over here.
Watch me because they believe that they're less conspicuous to U.S. Border Patrol. And there's this saying, drinking, like having these black water almost undrinkable. This is like but you know, this is a very clandestine world.
Wherever they are,
Something that
they don't
we are
look
trying
captured more
to
than
do
half
through
the
the game
mission
is
area.
shine a light
Keep going.
on people and humans that are often cast in shadows, right?
lost your
They're
shield.
fleeing persecution and violence, and they're living a life and hiding in the moment of
Too bad. Not our problem.
to their homes because it's they're going after them. I'm not going to talk about that, but and then they have to face Mexican Border Patrol and Border Patrol in Central America as well, where the U.S. has been training Border Patrol agencies in other countries as well. So it's a very complex system and route. It's not just happening at the border itself, but it's all the way in South America. You can see an example of like a rescue beacon here. So this is real. The image at the top is
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Never miss.
illustration of an emaciated, desperate migrant, which is just very sad and repulsive to me, truthfully.
This is the way that they try to weaponize their empathy against you and take advantage of it. Is that they say, well,
Judge, jury, executioner!
no, you shouldn't be coming here. You shouldn't be going in this direction. You shouldn't be trying to come into a country illegally. This is ridiculous. Not emaciated enough. I mean, she said like tons of people died doing it. I mean, I bet they did. Yeah.
But it's Border Patrol kind of saying like, we'll rescue you if you need help. So they know that, the migrants are in dire straits in these situations.
And you can see how also in this entire story, not once has there been any conversation about how the people that are the human traffickers are problematic.
Us against the world.
It's because this is not an academic pursuit. This is not something that's being done in order for people to understand things. This is a worldview that is intentionally subversive to. And this is also true with Europe. It happens with Europe too. It's propaganda.
So we've been collaborating closely with a shelter, a couple of shelters now in Mexico, specifically in Nogales, which is on the border between Arizona and Mexico, which is where the Sonoran Desert is. And I've been going down there and also like on a bi-weekly basis conducting phone and video interviews with asylum seekers and people who have, had to flee their homes because they've either been threatened by cartels in some way, they have not wanted to get recruited, especially in the case of young men, where young men are,
I will bring peace to this
they
universe.
join the carteles or they risk dying, right? And so their only option is to flee. And that these are some of the stories that we're trying to weave into the narrative of the game.
Who the fuck cares?
So
who the
much for
fuck
vacation.
who cares? Like, what does this have to do with anything in the U.S.? Like, how is this our problem?
I don't think I could handle the pressure of the Dark Force.
It's insane, bro. Like, yeah. We gotta play this? We probably should.
The battle starts in 5.
From a
4,
game design standpoint,
3,
we really want
2,
this experience
1.
to be, again,
Political propaganda.
sensitive.
All you
We're
need to
not
do
trying
is capture the
glorify
mission
or
area. Got
glamorize
it?
this experience, but we want people to feel
like
it,
an Avengers game.
and we want to treat it with
I've made it
respect.
to the big
So
league.
we're trying to balance these moments of tension,
I
but
just
stealth.
realized, look at this. So you have to walk around the spotlight, and you can see the two people that are Border Patrol. Like you see what's going on here? Oh my god.
Right, and having to evade the
Patrol, I got a feeling you're not going to be able to.
Looks like the mission area is
right?
captured
Something
now.
that because they're human stories, humans have a spectrum of emotion, and so there is, humor, deep emotion, love, etc., more positive emotions, and we also want people to reflect on the universality of migration. So even though this is like on the nose in the States, we are across the US-Mexico border, and it's a real world topic. This is something that's obviously very relevant here in Germany, in Europe, and around the globe. And
yeah, it's a big problem over there. Much better. It's crazy how this happens. What the fuck is going on with these Western countries, man? This is bad.
We want people to be thinking about
it's real bad.
I've also been meeting with some artists that work along the border. There's an artist called Alvaro Enciso. He was from
Never miss.
Colombia himself, and now he goes every week into the desert. Migrants that have lost their lives,
Judge, jury, executioner.
Identify them, so that's something that we try to capture.
You get away.
Is a freight train that runs through Mexico where thousands of migrants ride on top of this speeding train. Well, it's not quite speeding, but speeding service. It's an incredibly powerful train, and it's very common for migrants to use their wings board it. But this is one way to.
This is what I find is so weird is that these people view every negative consequence from their own actions to be somebody else's fault. It's like all of these bad things are happening to you, but somehow it's somebody else's fault that it's happening.
Travel across Mexico, and it's something that we're capturing in the game.
Quantum magic.
You're
safe now, my friend.
Another very deadly migrant trail, which is between Colombia and
You can see the border patrol agents that are T-posed around the water, I guess ready to arrest somebody after they get out of the water. Oh my god.
And migrants will detect rivers and jungle. This is a very early prototype, by the way, but just kind of so that you get a sense of the visuals. Yeah, these are other parts of the migrant trail that we are tackling to show again the breadth of this story. It doesn't just start in Mexico. So as I mentioned, I've been working with some humanitarian
borders. Oh God. Okay, I'll go ahead towards the end. Why this matters more than now.
We've been collaborating with, and she's saying that she was talking about January 20th. The pain that the migrants felt because everybody received a notification that their asylum applicants. So they were.
Oh, this is right. So Biden had an app for all of the illegal aliens who should have never fucking been here, and asylum seekers who also should have never fucking been here. Trump, on the first day of the app, reprogrammed the app,
your hero.
canceled everybody's appointments, and then changed the app into a self-deportation app.
They had just many of them have spent months, even years in hiding and in constant movement and migration, hoping for a chance to find refuge in the States. And now there is no asylum.
Finding refuge. I wonder if somebody tried to find refuge in your house, would you be okay with that? Probably not, right? And so it's always, these people always like writing checks that somebody else has to pay for.
And so this didn't just impact immigrants in Mexico, but obviously on a global scale, there's been so much happening, and therefore we need support, and we want to be able to support all of the different groups, both grassroots nonprofits, large-scale NGOs that are doing the work to try to ameliorate these conditions and try to.
By the way, because the way that they were getting funded has been getting cut off. That's why so many of them have been shut down.
This spot requires attention.
To really make a change,
battle
if we can do anything about it.
4,
Okay.
3,
Do I have
2,
Okay, I'm running out of time. There's the trailer.
All you need to do is capture the mission area.
We won't
Got
the
it?
trailer.
Wait, so you spent the entire time talking about how bad this is and just playing your propaganda, but you're not going to play the trailer for your video game? Is it a video game session?
I suppose that helps.
Kidding me?
Oh my god. and this is the migrants, asylum seekers, they would all be gone with no like, maybe we could keep the 9s and the 10s, okay? But besides that, they're gone. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Yeah, this is propaganda. Yeah, do not buy into this emotional blackmail. Do not buy into the manipulation. Don't let yourself be taken advantage of. All they want to do is come into your country and lie to you, emotionally manipulate you, and then take advantage of resources that they have nothing to do with
You've
building.
captured more than half
So
of the
yeah,
mission area.
that's it.
Keep going. Control lost.
I'm back. And now
Support
there's
lines are
hellfire to
overwhelmed,
pay.
and customers are getting hung up on as they try to figure out what's going on after tens of thousands of games have been removed from itch.io and Steam. These gamers are
Keep your
just
tentacles
trying
to yourself, Namor.
Visa seems to have a clear
Tremble before her!
for this issue. Both Steam and itch.io are facing a massive wave of censorship. On itch.io, the platform indexes all of our content.
Us against the world.
Glad I sharpened my sword.
Watch your team's capture progress push past the halfway point. Control C.
But it's been an issue for a bit.
After the first initial one, more games are getting removed from Steam, even some with very little adult content. The reason for all this is intense pressure like Visa and MasterCard, or even other ones like PayPal and Stripe. Although some wanted
Still got an edge.
See, that's another one real quick, is that PayPal also does this
Found my weak
shit too.
spot.
So everybody getting mad at
Glory is
Steam,
almost yours.
at Visa and MasterCard, totally fair.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
In a post-collective show, they really only care about censoring ads.
Justification of women is the problem, is the excuse. I think it's good. Who decided it's bad?
Mention how they tried to get Steam to listen to them for months, but obviously Valve never listened. So they had to take it a step further and complain to payment processors instead, which is where these companies like Visa and
I'm as flawless as they
use their
come,
power
darling.
and force games to get removed. Now, itch.io is taking a two-part approach to this problem. The first is a long-term plan, finding new payment partners who are more accepting of a wider range
30
of content.
seconds before you
It's a
attack.
crucial
Get
step for the
ready.
platform to become less dependent on the rules of a few powerful companies. While this
I think
doesn't
that you have to have regulation, and while a free market could solve this problem in the
I
long
suppose
term,
you've
it
made
also
quite a
doesn't
name
account
for yourself. And
So
a pretty
there are
penny
things
as
that
well.
companies with monopoly status do to exercise that control that transcends their reach,
The battle starts in 5.
such as lobbying
3,
and trying to
2,
advocate for
1.
regulations that
All
effectively
you need
act
to do
as a
is capture the
barrier of
mission
entry
area.
to
Got it?
competitors that are trying to enter into the same market. So I don't think that there's like the idea of a free market. I think is
I was fine, but thank you.
Hold still. I'm trying to help. Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Suppose that helps.
Us against the world!
I know it's your magic, and it might not feel good, but you don't want to bring a knife to a gunfight.
Exquisite!
More reports of use of
Look who's here.
is having a visible effect on their customer service. Support staff are now
Your opinions can't help you now,
a bunch of
Namor.
reports and stories Someone said they called Visa and then would just get every time I called Visa, I would get a similar response. It would start off great, but as soon as the customer service agent
You are nothing!
because I mentioned C or
Still got an edge.
censorship, they would instantly switch over to the system and then just hang up. Even if I didn't stop talking, they would do the same response over and over.
Not you.
You captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
If it wasn't for that, I would do it on stream right now.
You know, we talked about in the previous video before hanging up, like I was supposed to fix the issue. And we all had to do the exact same thing. You know, they did, you know, so they can
I was fine.
So I try to play it by the rules. I don't like anything else, right? I don't like
then they
Glory's
were
almost yours!
having a similar response. It seems extremely likely that the
I
Visa
don't want
support
vacation.
staff was briefed on the situation and said, yeah, this case say pretty much nothing at all, and then just although some will say don't annoy the innocent employees if you have no say in the matter, well, this is the exact strategy collectively that we use.
We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
They should.
Control lost!
Yeah, you never. The thing is
I'm
that
opening
if
a
something
portal.
feels bad to do, then you'll lose to the person who doesn't care.
A shortcut through space.
Always do what works.
Do your worst.
Gun to a gun.
Feel no shame in defeat by Dr. Strange.
You are nothing! We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Leave me, darkness.
Much larger.
That's right.
Now, as I'm making this video, even MasterCard has responded to the situation.
have.
Previously, we had Visa, and now it's MasterCard, saying clarifying recent headlines
Another
on
epic
They're trying to
victory!
bullshit.
Big win!
MasterCard has not evaluated any games or reporting restrictions of any activity on game creator sites and platforms, contrary to media reports and allegations. Our payment network follows standards based on the rule of law. Put simply, we allow all lawful purchases on our network. At the same time, we require merchants to have appropriate